folks, welcome to the Sloppy Boys, where we take a deep dive into the drinks that you love. I'm Jeff Dutton, along with Mike Hanford.
Hi.
And Tim Kalpakis.
What is up?
And we are your host, the Sloppy Boys Band, with another beautiful, very special episode.
A chilling tale of drinks.
Timeless integrity.
We're in the same room. I'm still in Los Angeles.
Explains the smell.
Was that me or Tim?
No.
The combo. I think it's the combo.
It's just a little pod joke.
Okay. Well, Tim, I do want to say, it doesn't look like you're getting a smell of that guy. New haircut.
Yeah, you can't smell.
Very nice.
All the stinky hair is cut off.
All that's gone. Very nice fitting pant and
Thank
a
you.
Sperry boat shoe.
A Sperry boat
It's that
shoe.
time. It's that time
We're
of
getting
year.
there. I you know what? The Sperry boat shoe with no sock is the allure is that I was coming to this. We often sort of hotbox this apartment with breath while we're recording.
Yes.
I knew I was going to get kind of
And
sweaty.
farts.
And I thought, you know what would be nice, Tim, is to not be wearing socks, have a bare ankle while you're podcasting.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
Milan, for this episode, leave in the farts.
Yeah, come on. Give the people a...
Yeah, here's a few right here. Milan, put in some real fart sounds there. Of your own.
But this is a very special episode. I mentioned it up top, but it was true. This is
exciting.
What's special as in when we get to the drink or special as now?
special as in when we get to the drink.
Yeah, well,
It's the culmination of a journey, but we're not there yet. We're not.
no, but I have something special in other ways. It's not just that I have a haircut and a well-fitting pants and a Sperry boat shoe, but I've got I think this came up on the pod. I have a sweater.
Oh, yes. I've been trying to claw this off this guy's hands.
It came up on the show, right?
It did.
Yes.
Yep.
And on the text chain even more, but they don't know that.
They don't know that. I bought a Depop middle of the night purchase. I got a vintage white V-neck Molson beer sweater. It arrived. It was too small on me. It's been sitting in my closet for a year. So I said, Michael,
Oof.
I actually have two of them. I have another one that's also too tight, but it's closer to fitting. It's a
That's
little
like
bit-
your goal sweater. That's a goal sweater.
It's inspiration for me. But,
I have a bunch of Thinspiration t-shirts that do not fit me anymore.
but let's see how Michael fares with that. I'll show it to the camera for any YouTube
A
viewers.
white sweater. That's good.
Now you said you were going to maybe put a polo on underneath this thing.
I might. Right now, I'm just going to try it on. Oh, yeah.
See, the thing is, it's a thin sweater.
Large. It's a thin sweater.
It's a large, but because it's vintage, it's kind of smaller than a typical.
Ooh, it's soft as hell.
Oh, oh boy.
See, on you, it has sort of an elegant rich guy kind of a look.
That's a good. Well, I kind of carry myself with a bit of a plum.
I guess it's just that riz that you got.
Look at that.
It looks good.
It does look. Tim, thank you for this. This is great.
Especially with the white under it, because I feel like you'd be seeing through that thing if you were
I think
something.
you're right.
You know, if you get too crazy with it.
Yeah, there's when you see like old pictures of like dads at either school plays or something. It's like, oh, that guy, you can see his shirt right through his sweater. It's like the flash does not do them any help.
On
Top
Christmas
lights,
vacation, what's his name? Eddie is wearing a fake turtleneck, like a dickie, under a white sweater, and you could just see the square.
Oh yeah.
I have one of those, by the way, and I was
funny.
wearing it over Christmas, and it's great because for a sweaty guy, if I'm wearing a sweater, I could never wear a full turtleneck underneath it.
Yeah.
But if you just do the fake thing, nobody is none the wiser.
This is awesome. And also, it says Molson 1786 to 1986. So this was made in 86.
1986, the year
Avon
the
Sportswear.
year the Mets won the World Series.
Toronto. It's made in Toronto. All right. Oh, Tim, actually, you know what? Now we're exchanging clothing. You know that big floral thing I was wearing the other day?
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah.
It's yours.
Look at this.
I just kept seeing myself in that it was too billowy. I just couldn't get
Mike's getting hand-me-downs. I'm getting hand-me-ups.
I guess I'll just wear my own clothes that I purchased.
Oh, Jeff, I don't have stuff with space logos all over it and mechs from different animes.
Okay. Now that I know that, I feel better.
Actually, I have quite a few, and they fit me great. They fit Jeff even better. Mech.
All right.
Mech.
Enough shit chat. Is that enough shit chat?
It's fine for me.
Sure,
and
yeah.
I'm sure more will come up.
Let's get
We do
into
find a bunch of shit to talk about.
Yeah,
don't
we do, don't
We
we?
certainly love to talk. Me, only about 33% of the show, but you guys love to.
Just gab.
This time I got to hit my
You guys love to
33.
use up that other 66%. However, you see
Whatever
fit.
you want.
Have you heard the term yapper? That's like a
Yeah.
it's like a Gen Z thing now. I mean, it's been a term.
I've just known it from life pre-Gen Z.
Well, what does it mean in Gen Z terms?
Just like a yapper.
Just someone talks a lot?
Yeah, it's like someone who talks ad nauseum and without what's the word? Talks a lot and without and without consequence, without substance.
What do we call Trump a yapper?
Yeah, sure, but like Gen Z is kind of throwing around the word yap and yapper and stuff.
I mean, I've said yap before. It was yapping.
Yeah, it's not a new thing.
Yeah.
You know what's a good one? Pretty brutal. And we're not like we love the slop heads. They're a part of our life, a part of our community. But are you familiar with Phoebe Bridgers' The Punisher?
Yes.
Yeah. What is that?
And
again?
even when she's wearing the skeleton suit, sometimes I think that it's a Punisher is someone that talks to her. A yapper, but it's like when she gets like cornered by a fan and then it teeters past fandom into just like you're being greedy with my time. She calls those people punishers.
Gotcha.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
Well, I've made it very clear. If you ever see me out in public, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't think about me. And actually, don't be on the same street as me.
Damn.
Yep.
If you see Hanford, run.
But I made that point very clear on the podcast.
For me, if you see me, come up to me respectfully and say, Tim, how's your family? How's your friend? How you doing? No, not just, I mean, how you really doing? You know?
I'm kidding, of course. I like to say hello to people, but I do like when gifts are brought to me.
Well,
Gifts.
sure.
You know, if somebody sees me on the street and you have something to give me, that's helpful.
That's a good way in.
Change, a few swipes on an old Dave & Buster's card. Anything you got on you that's useful to me. If it's not useful, I send you packing.
Yeah, right.
Get the hell out. I take cash.
I'll tell you what, the way I just chugged this seltzer, I was like, boy, I was more thirsty than I thought. And I was like, I guess I didn't drink anything all day today, which means one of these episodes where the drink of the day is going to hit me real hard.
I didn't eat much today either.
Nor have I.
I had some dried fruit, went for a run, am way out of shape, and then got back and ate something I'm calling a pita salad. Take a pita pocket, put your salad in there.
You gussied it up, though, didn't you?
I did. I put the Green Goddess avocado dressing.
Yeah.
It's all on the inside. Salad, pickle, tomato.
Pickle.
That's all I had.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's good.
We still have tomatoes in the fridge, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
When you're used to eating,
I had a 30 tomato salad.
you left some cherry tomatoes over at my place too. You're on a tomato kick.
Wow,
He's got grape tomatoes over here.
Grape tomatoes over here. Cherries at your house. I got the whole fruit lineage lined up. Banana tomatoes.
But only in tomato form.
What's a beefsteak tomato? That's the big one.
Beef. Yeah.
So every tomato refers to another food item.
Yeah, just be a tomato.
Just don't be afraid to be a tomato.
No.
Heirloom.
Okay.
That's nice. Those are the nice ones.
Those are nice.
Those are the nice ones.
We were just talking beefsteak. That just is steak, right?
Yeah.
It's a tomato.
Well, beefsteak tomato, but like, remember there was like a
you've heard of
charity
ham-
event. There was
ham
like,
It still happens every year in Hancock Park. There's like a Harvardy TV writery dinner called Beefsteak. It still is.
and a beefsteak is it was just a steak. Because you could say ham steak or a swordfish steak.
Sure, I bet that the steaks they're eating there, it's like probably like these are strip steaks or sirloins or I don't think it's kind of funny to say beefsteak.
Like you'd say, I want a tenderloin beefsteak. You're right, because you just think of steak as the steak.
Now I'm an Emmy nominated writer, 2-time WGA nominee.
Love that.
Sure,
Why am I not? I've never been invited to this thing. You guys ever been invited to beefsteak?
No, of
No,
course
I
not.
think these people know I do not eat very cleanly. The food's flying all over the place.
But I think
Those are nasty.
I think you eat I think they put in a bib and you eat with your hands.
Yeah, you go with your
Oh,
hands.
I could be,
it's a
hog
normal
heaven
dinner.
there.
You'd be a shoe-in.
Why don't they have me there? I would love it.
You'd steal the spotlight. Like,
I would definitely wouldn't wear this. This is going to be challenging, Tim, this white sweater.
At beefsteak, yeah.
At any steak, I'm going to be getting this thing dirty.
beefsteak at any steak.
Every steak.
Speaking of steak, when we have plans at some point in life to go eat at Keen's.
Keen's.
We have a
Manhattan.
reservation. We are not saying the date or time.
Good.
Let's just give the time.
All right.
No, because it's pretty easy to figure out. Jeff, this place. Now, last time we were in New York, we ate at, it was the first time for me at the Old Homestead Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And that was funny because it was sort of impromptu. It was like, hey, we got a few minutes to kill between sound check and showtime. What's around here? the old Homestead Steakhouse. And we just like very quickly, like, I guess a martini and a steak. Walking down on stage like, ooh.
Some of the only people in the restaurant, if I remember.
It was early. It was like 5:30.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Actually, we had to sit at the bar for a little bit even, I think.
We should go to Keen's early and go to the bar.
Yes.
I've never hung out at the bar there. It's cool.
It looks very, I've only eaten there once, and it was actually my 35th birthday, the very night of my 35th birthday.
Damn.
My family, we ate at Keen's, and this is a place, Jeff, Teddy Roosevelt ate at this place. There's pipes on the walls from all of the greatest guys.
Yeah.
Pipes on the walls from all the greatest guys.
Smoking pipes, tobacco.
Okay.
You're gonna love it, Jeff. It's you're gonna love
Pipes on the walls from all the greatest guys.
Copper
it. What the
pipes.
hell are you talking about?
And it was one of these funny dinners where I think we got a couple of like big like T-bones to split for the table or whatever. But my brother kind of does the thing that I do at Musso and Frank where he likes to order something weird that sounds funny.
Oh, he's a nasty boy.
He's a nasty boy.
He gets nasty boy.
He's the original
He's the
nasty
ultimate
boy.
nasty boy.
He ordered mutton.
Oh, right. You told me.
No.
Which
Was it good? It's like
I first heard of it on Seinfeld.
Yeah. I've never seen it, but I picture something, and I can I sort of picture the taste in my mouth too, if that makes sense.
I think that basically, I could be wrong, that I think that lamb of a certain age, because I ate at a Michelin star restaurant in Edinburgh, Scotland one time, and then I ate some lamb that had a different name that was like, I think they name it by the number of years. Dutton. Anyway, this mutton was a giant mound, and it was a little on the bland side and not as fun as the other stuff on the table. So we just had a huge mountain of mutton. We're like, well, there you go. He's probably the only person that week that ordered the mutton. So like, give him a big piece.
Well, this will be my 4th time going to Keen's, so I might go a little wacky on the menu.
Keen for Keen's.
I wish I was
Me
keener.
first. I'm first time playing it very conservative.
You're gonna have a great time.
Very timid.
You both will.
Yeah.
And the reason, of course, why we're going to be at Keen's in New York City is because we're playing at the Littlefield on the 10th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Playing 2 sets. And the night before that, on the 9th, we are showing our movie Blood, Sweat, and Beers, or how the Sloppy Boys recorded an album in El Paso, Texas.
West Texas.
West Texas.
On a farm in West
I always get that
Texas.
right. Out in West Texas, town of El Paso.
Hey, did we talk about that? We went to that place?
No, we should. But let me just get this last thing out. On May 9th, we're going to be showing our movie documentary made about us, directed by the great Robert Olguin
At Chelsea Music Hall.
Get those tickets, baby. It's
And
going to be great.
they sit. I think Venny told me tickets are $20, but then if you want to sit in the first 3 rows, you could get a VIP ticket for $30.
Get a little look at that screen, and we're probably going to answer some questions.
We're going to intro it.
Sure.
We're going to answer some questions. We're
might
going to
ask
by
some
the
questions.
bar.
That's some questions.
You, what's your deal?
How did you make this thing?
You got any movies, dude?
Well, that's Robert. Well, that's Robert how he made it. How'd you do this?
All right, is that it for booze?
No, there was a tangent I was going to go on.
You were going to go on a tangent about. We were talking about.
We went to that restaurant.
Yes. When we were in El Paso, I wanted to go to a bar that is the bar from the Marty Robbins song El Paso, out in the West Texas town of El Paso, which I think I heard that song in Breaking Bad, but I mainly know that song from Grateful Dead covers because it's a Bob Weir favorite and they play it live constantly.
That's a good one.
But I think it's Rosa's Cantina, and I was like, we gotta go to this place, and it was just a kind of whatever run of the mill bar, but it was exciting to get to go to the place and sit there. And we had some big fat like frozen margaritas and big fat glasses.
I must have left before that. I think I left. Was I there?
You were there. We
Damn.
talked about how we would distribute the movie.
Damn.
We were all partied out.
I'm remembering the room afterward. No, because remember I left really early the last day because you guys kept me up with karaoke.
Oh, he left. He did fly out earlier than us.
Okay.
Karaoke though.
Yeah, well, and then that karaoke is where you heard me say, like someone was like, "Let the girls sing; they have good voices," and I say, "Well, I have a good voice too."
And did not let up after they did the whole song.
And it was me going, "I'm drunk in the back of the car, and I cried on the way home from the bar."
From the barg.
All right, can we please get to booze news? We have a show to get
Now
to.
it's time. Now it's time.
Booze news, hit it. Okay, so Wendy Levine was sent to us by slophead Andy Ellison. And in his email, he said, I'm actually a musician and I've been wanting to write and record a song, but for now, this mashup will have to do.
Okay.
But then enter slophead, what's his name? Krebix. And this, when I was checking the inbox, I opened up an email from Krebix.
Hold on.
Listen to Krebix.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Moving.
We've established group mind.
We've established movement first, now group mind.
Just doubly ensuring that the episode is not monetizable on YouTube.
I look at Jeff, I can see the ticker going of how long this is playing,
why are
how
we
close are we? Bye video.
Bye video.
Bye-bye.
Here's the thing. I want to do this stuff. I don't want to ban mashups.
No, you
I don't
like
wanna
to be a party
ban
pooper.
boozos. No,
Yeah.
I say video go bye-bye.
Video got to go.
Video got to go for the best of the show.
Damn.
Don't you think?
How about this? A couple weeks ago, we posted our music video for Yuppie Man on TikTok.
Yeah.
And TikTok muted it.
Yeah.
Our own song.
Wait, muted it?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
the video's
funny.
there, but it's muted, and we own it.
I think we fixed it. But still,
I love that.
But still,
But still, the point remains.
the point remains.
That is, yeah.
YouTube, not a friend to the artist, huh?
Yeah, I guess, well, Beastman they like.
Beastman.
What's his name?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, man.
Beastman. They like Beastman quite a bit.
Well, they like Beastman.
Mr. Beast is so funny. It's the perfect example of a thing that, like, if you're outside of it, like, I have a general idea of who Mr. Beast is, but I wouldn't recognize him, and I've never watched one of the videos. And it's like, that's what the whole rest of the world is doing all the time. And I'm like, huh?
Well, no, I feel like more people are looking at Mr. Beast Feastables at the grocery store and going, who's that random guy who came up with his own?
What are the Feastables?
Those are like those granola bars or like health bars or whatever. And you just see like a picture of a smiling
I've seen those at
Mr.
Albertsons.
Beast.
dude. And it's like, who's this mascot? He's Mr. Beast.
But I think he has like billions of followers, right? Like I think they would know.
Yeah, but he does a bunch of stunts where he gives out like millions of dollars and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he did like his own Squid Game thing.
Okay.
Squidward.
But most people I think are confused by Mr. Beast like us.
Yeah.
The common man is.
I would like to have him on the show and talk to him. See what
I'd
he's
love
up
to find out what
does
makes
he
him
do?
tick, yeah.
Yeah.
We have him on Mr. Beast. We're not familiar. What do you do?
What do you do? What are you up to?
Tim, who sent in that second one?
Krebix.
Krevix?
Krebex.
Krebix. Now that sounds to me like when you order something off Amazon and it's like, grab this gooseneck that will hold up your iPhone. It's Krebix brand.
Yeah, brands you ever heard, they all look the same.
And then, hey, it looks exactly like the Muto brand.
I had one of those recently where I ordered a shirt from Instagram, like one of my pop-up ads. I was like, well, that's a nice shirt, and ordered it. Then weeks later, it had never come. So I was like, huh. Whatever happened to that? And I tried to search my email, and I was like, I don't know what company that was. I was like, there's no way of finding out. And then I was like, just searching for shirt, and I couldn't find it. Then I like went to my like credit card statement like online, and I saw,
And it said, gotcha by Krebix.
well, I found it like that. It was like, it was called like,
You've been had.
at Atlantal or something like Atlanta, but with an L. But then when I looked it up, the same shirt was also sold by a company called Jolly Pop, because it's like the shirt's not the shirt. The shirt's made at some sweatshop, and then it's just some Instagram sellers selling it.
Bummer.
So I still I never got to the bottom of it. And when I was leaving home to come here today, there was a package on my stoop. I threw it inside, but I'm hoping it was that shirt.
Damn. Yeah, I bought on Instagram. Did you ever see those loop lassos? It's like string on this little.
Oh yeah, and it's like motorized.
Yeah,
and
it just kind of goes in a circle. I bought one of those for my nephews and niece for Christmas. Yeah, they enjoyed it for a few minutes, and it was difficult to do. But yeah, that was one where I definitely was like, I hit purchase. I was like, I don't know if that's ever going to come here. I don't know where it's come from, or it will come. But I certainly did get email after email about how my use of it was.
And did you say it was wonderful?
I said it was wonderful. Can we talk more about this on the phone?
Here's the top story in Booze News. This was sent to us by Ace of Spades on the Discord. The Ace of Spades, Lemmy
himself.
Motorhead Lemmy, he hung out at the Rainbow Bar and Grill, much like us.
Is Lemmy a guy? I know he died a couple of years ago. Is he a guy who has a bad background? Anti-Semitic, maybe some right-leaning.
I don't know. He certainly looks the type, does he not?
Sure.
You never, but that's what's weird. You never know with a guy like that, because it's like
you can't judge a book by its cover.
He seems like an angry old man, so yeah, that adds up.
Right.
But then being like a punk rocker is weird, because there are skinhead punk rockers that are not.
Skinhead was the word I was looking for.
But then there's other punk rockers that are like the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking him up. He's clean.
That was it. You did a deep dive.
Let me on,
looked
Tim.
at his police record.
Oh, this is my favorite dog.
Just a little barker outside.
Well, but he's such a cute little fella.
Was Ace of Spades in Tony Hawk, or perhaps Dave Mirra BMX, the video game?
Yeah, I think maybe it was in one of the Tony Hawks. That sounds
I remember
familiar.
shredding to the Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
If you want an action, you know what I need.
He was a bass player, Lemmy.
So that's why you have such a kinship with him.
Yeah. But I saw a video of him recently, and he plays it like he's like strumming the bass.
Right. He has a really cool solo in that song and it's very picky sounding. Cool. Okay, so Ace of Spades, who, by the way, is on our Discord. If you want to get access to the Discord and befriend people like Ace of Spades, you subscribe to the sloppyboys.com/Patreon. No, the patreon.com/the We should, at sloppyboys.com, we should add a / Patreon, just in case people get it.
Cover our bases.
Backwards. Okay, so the story is... Starbucks Reserve, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The fancy one.
The fancy one.
With the hats.
So they've made an olive oil coffee. Now they're going even further, you're saying.
You referred to
Oleato.
Oleato. Did that stick around?
I tried it, and it was like, if I'm not into it, then no one's going to. And I only had it once, and I was like, I get it.
I get it.
It's because some people love putting the butter in their coffee. What do you call that? Bulletproof
Cowboy coffee?
Yeah,
no, bulletproof.
I've heard of that.
It was like that. You're drinking a fatty coffee.
Why would you do that?
But also congeal the top. It was like the top. My drink was iced, so it was just yellow ice on top.
Oof.
But they have a new drink that is they're pushing. Oh, we've got some hot honey drinks. One of them is a hot. Yeah, Jeff, you're a hot honey guy, right?
Yeah, I had some Zabs a minute ago.
Zabs.
Brought it to Mitch's, left it there.
You brought it in order to put on pizza, right?
Yeah, pepperoni with the cups.
Well, hot honey is a hip, trendy condiment at the moment. They came out with a couple of drinks, but one of them is a hot honey espresso martini. Alcoholic.
Whoa.
Martini
with coffee and honey and chili.
A spicy
chili. Oh, that's the hot one.
And but it said must be 21 or over to order. And I was like, what the, I'm eating my sous vide egg bites at Starbucks Reserve all the time, and I didn't know they had booze there. But I Googled, I thought maybe this was a new thing. I Googled, they've been selling different espresso martinis for a year. They had the espresso martini, then they had a peppermint mocha espresso martini, they had a pumpkin spice espresso martini.
They swap them out, or they just add to the list?
They swap them out seasonally, but then you can get a flight of a couple different ones.
Oh, we got to do that.
We should go do it there.
We should just
Is it the reserve, right?
Only the reserve. But I thought they were only doing this in like Japan or something. But I think all reserves have it.
Hey, there's that huge Starbucks reserve across from the Chelsea Music Hall where we're playing, showing our movie on May 9th.
Oh,
remember that huge one?
Yeah, what was the incident that happened?
You waited a long time for a drink, and
then you dropped it. And
somebody opened the door and you just flashed it.
They were like, "We'll make you another one." You were like, "Never mind, it's too late."
Yeah, you know when you're in a bad mood and people are trying to fuss over you a little too much. Like one too many people were like, "Oh, we'll get you another drink," and I was like, "I'd rather be sad."
Well, that was they gave us the option. Like I just got a tea or something. But for yours, it was like, "Do you want to go around the other side of the counter and watch it be made?" Okay.
Yeah.
It was a real process.
So it took forever. Like they sidelined my drink because I wanted to watch it.
And I said, I was like, I'm going to the van because I think I was driving. So I went to the van.
What did you order that was so involved?
I think I just got something kind of normal. I think it was a iced latte.
You think if you got it without the little show, it would have been quicker. And then with the show, it's like, now we got to show off a little bit and use all our shiny equipment.
I do think it was that. And I think it was a silly thing for me to do. And then also
I didn't watch it.
I was embarrassed that the incident was also me being a wimpy California guy in the mean streets of New York because I'm walking out. The door was closing in my face, and I used my cup holding arm.
Yeah,
I just held out the elbow to try to hold the door open for myself, and this big, heavy New York winter door slammed into me, and whapped my arm and knocked the coffee out of my hand.
That's
and I was like,
wood.
That sucks.
Now I'm sure when I lived on the East Coast, I knew I would probably be stiff arming that with the other hand, fucking Heisman style. But so it was my fault, and I was sad. And then I do remember just, it's funny because I'm like, no, I don't want another coffee. Then I'm sitting in the van, like uncaffeinated, hungover, grumpy, tired. Awesome. Like, why did I not? Why did I not get a free coffee?
Trying to suck the coffee spill off your shirt.
Oh, that's no good.
Do you guys get headaches if you don't have caffeine?
No. I also learned I have energy in the morning. I actually don't need coffee. I wake up with energy and I can go. But I like to sit in bed and be on my little phone and drink about a cup and a half, and then I make eggs and take a shower.
I like to milk that morning. Too. I'm awake, but I'm not out of bed yet. I'll milk it as long as I can.
That's an after 30 thing for me, man. Before 30, I would be before age 30, not time 30. Mm-hmm. I would wake up, throw on jeans and sneakers immediately.
No iPhones. Maybe iPhones, but not as involved. Our lives weren't connected to them.
I feel like I was ready to attack the world when I woke up at a younger age.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But this little thing we keep in our pocket is trained us to not attack. Let them attack. We'll purchase.
Ooh. Purchase power.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting stuff. Well, is that it for booze news?
No, I've got a little piece of booze news.
Oh.
Now, my parents just did a little cruise. They and some of their other, some friends of theirs went on a cruise to Nassau.
Oh, the Bahamas, baby.
Okay.
And they brought back for us.
I've been to Nassau.
One of them got a little squished in my traveling. Rum cake, Bahama rum cake, pina colada rum cake, and and coconut rum cake.
That looks beautiful.
That we can try if we want. It's
that looks like a nice heavy cake.
This one I think had a little.
It's a ring cake, a bunt
little
style.
Ring cake bunt style, and we can give these a whirl. I tried one. It came in a big package of a bunch of them, and I tried one.
Nice. I love a bunt. You ever had that place Nothing Bunt Cakes?
I've heard of it.
You told me about it.
It's good.
I've laughed at the pun. Is there one in LA?
Yes.
Now, should we do these now, or
this is your plan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got a knife right here. You can chop
I
up.
just pulled the knife here.
That looks good. I recently had a Jamaican rum cake at a farmer's market, and it was it was moist and dense and delicious.
It was like wet.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh. It sounds gross, but it tastes good.
Wet.
A wet cake.
Yeah.
It's that thing. It sounds good. I hate a dry cake.
Yeah. Anything bready, I don't want to think about it being wettish. There used to be a sub shop at the Ithaca Dining Hall, and the bread would always still be a little undercooked and wet and clammy.
All right. Forgotten which is which. This one.
I'll tell you.
Ooh,
That's coconut.
Yeah, that's coconut. That's the pina colada. Is that what the other one was?
Whichever one doesn't have pineapple taste, that's the coconut. Because the pina colada will have coconut taste.
Pina colada is more smushed. Yeah, that one. Ooh, that's good. It's wet.
Oof. Am I napkin?
I'm good. I'm not going to eat it anymore right now, but
It's like pound cake with a nice twang.
yeah. Marinated in Old Nassau Bahamian rum.
Okay, so it marinated. So they bake this cake and then they submerge it.
Yeah. Now, does this actually have? I guess it would burn off, but whew, that's good.
Maybe it wouldn't burn off if they marinated, or maybe.
I think it would say if it had alcohol in it. Oh, contains less than 4% alcohol.
4%, huh?
Mm-hmm.
8 proof.
Okay. You got to eat the whole cake, though, to have basically a beer's worth.
Probably. I just put it over there for now, too.
This is delicious.
Yeah,
Interesting.
There you go. It reminds me of, like, you know when you go to the gas station, you get, like, one of those crawlers or something that's in the package, and you pull it out, it's just, like, sopping wet.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, see,
These are better, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying I avoid is these, sopping wet, bready, cakey shit.
I actually
I like Danish.
you should be more like me. I recently bought some Hostess bundt cakes that were lemon bundt cakes, and I put them in my fridge. So I had a nice cold little lemony bundt cake when I was in the mood.
A Hostess.
Remember that Sprite cake somebody, Ben Axelrad brought to something of ours?
Yeah, that was good.
Maybe it was even Thanksgiving. He got like it tastes like Sprite. It was a bundt cake that...
Yeah, that's where it gets its like sugar and its moisture
Yeah.
from.
I hated that because I know I had baked a starry cake that year. And then
Oh, yeah.
upstaged me.
Sorry, not starry.
Damn.
Wait, Starry is Sierra Mist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I think they changed the recipe. I like starry. And Sierra Mist I remember not loving.
A discerning uncola drinker.
But I'm still into Sprite.
It feels like they were, for 2 decades or however long Sierra Mist was around, they were trying to beat that name because they're like, it was such a ripoff of Mountain Dew. Sierra Mist, we got to come up with something better. We'll come up with something better.
Wow, I don't really. Yeah, that's funny.
It's really 1-to-1.
Yeah. It's a large thing that comes out of the earth and a moist thing.
Well, they had Mesa Fog for a
Or like
while.
vapor, vapor dew.
You know, plateau damp.
Himalayan drizzle.
Himalayan fine drizzle.
Fine drizzle. Fine drizzle. All right, is that it for booze news?
Wrap it up.
That's it for booze news.
Like a glove.
Was it? Can we talk about the drink of the day, please?
This is
I
exciting.
would love that.
The culmination of a long journey for the J-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Folks, boys, as you know, I've been gathering dust. Gathering dust.
Not in the way that one typically gathers.
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I'm talking Zapp's Voodoo Pretzel Stick Dust. The fine, mustardy, vinegary, barbecuey, catch-all dust that you find at the bottom of a nice thing of Zapp's. This was a snack that was like my go-to snack for a minute. It was a staple.
Now, Zapp's Pretzels is a dusty little pretzel, isn't it?
Yes.
It's coated.
Coated.
What would you describe it as? Because I don't know if
It's
people...
dust coated.
It's like a tangy sand all over their pretzel
But like,
sticks.
what other type of, because maybe some people don't have Zapp's. Like, there was those like Snyder pretzel nibblers. Remember those? Those kind of have the same consistency dust on it.
A lot
just
of times.
Just trying to paint a picture.
Paint a picture.
So, but yeah, I mean, initially it's the beloved chip is Zapp's Voodoo potato chips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I used to get excited when we'd be on tour in the South or something. I'd be like, guys, they got Voodoo. And then like now
They're all over.
they're all over the place. And specifically, every bar now has a bunch of Voodoo chips behind the bar for sale.
Yes.
So I feel like they did some sort of big promotion for that.
Yeah. And the pretzel sticks taste similar, but not the same, I would say.
The pretzel sticks are very much like they're Dutts, right? Dutts brand pretzel sticks.
Kinda. They're not actually Dutts because they're a competitor.
Because it's a similar stick and bag.
Similar form factor.
Yes, and Dutts are delicious. I love those.
Too buttery.
No, but here's the thing, Jay. They've got cheese curls that have the pretzel dust on them, and there's a seal on the bag that says original pretzel dust.
Is pretzel dust a thing now? Is this like a new thing?
Yes, so.
I mean, it is now, but shit. Go ahead, Jeff. I don't want to interrupt.
Mike, you were up to your nuts and dust earlier today. He's helped me out, Timmy.
That's right.
So I said, what am I going to do with all this dust? One time I put it in some tuna fish. Couldn't taste it. Not enough dust.
That's a strong
said,
taste.
I need more if I'm going to be applying this to something else. And then I thought, I'll just get the dust. I'll get what they call it, Zapp's all-purpose seasoning, Voodoo seasoning.
Oh.
They had it on the website. You can't get it.
Sold out?
Sold out. Discontinued for years now.
That's what I'm thinking. This pretzel dust thing is a thing.
I know. They got to bring it back.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, a guy like me will just every time I go to the supermarket, get a thing of the pretzels. Finish it. Try and keep that dust safe. Put it up on the high shelf.
Yeah, where the kids can't reach it.
Every time Mike goes to the shelf because he's feeling snacky, he opens up and goes, "Ooh, Voodoo pretzels!"
And I say, Mike, help yourself to the pretzels. Leave the dust.
But they're all gone.
Oh, right, the decoy dust bags. That's no good. Because if you came here the other day, you'd find 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 empty bags hidden in the cupboard.
Yep.
Jesus.
And Mike, you and I went in there today and with a fine brush, like a craft brush.
We cut all the bags down to like about an inch.
And
Really?
we
Got it all
scooped
out.
all the dust.
I thought there would be enough dust just at the bottom of these bags.
When you see the amount of dust,
This is 8
he's got
bags,
it right
Tim.
here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of dust.
No, it's not. But for 8 bags worth,
Come on, man. And look,
But so
it
why?
seems like not a lot to me.
a little moisture
But why were you advertising that you had so much dust if then you looked in the bags there was no dust?
Here's
This
what he
is
bags.
so much dust.
Yeah, okay.
More dust than you got.
That's true.
This is how precious it is.
Spice melange.
All right. And so I said, what we got to do with this is put it on the rim of a Bloody Mary so you can like fully taste it. You don't want them to just add it to something. It'll probably get lost, like in that tuna I mentioned. So this way, we all get a little sip selectively. You know what I'm saying?
And it's kind of a vinegary, salty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know because I saw some jokey explanation that was like, we spilled all our seasonings and we created Voodoo.
Well, it does kind of taste like, you ever have chips that are like the works and it's just like
all dressed. That's
I don't
yeah,
like
all
those.
dressed. Yeah. But I don't know. I think that Voodoo tastes like really sour to me. So, maybe that's coming from the salt and vinegar. Maybe it's all the dusts together, but it's not as spicy. Zapp's has some very hot flavors.
Yeah.
They've got crazy flavors, right? They got
Voodoo heat.
crawdad.
Spicy crawtator.
Do they have a pickle one?
They have hotter than hot.
They do have a pickle one.
They do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good chips.
I think when we're making this drink, I'm going to pull one of the packages out of the garbage and read the ingredients. On air.
Hell yeah.
By the way, Zapp's reached out to us one time and was like, "Hey, we love that you love our chips. We'll send you some product." And then they never did.
Hey.
And then I DM'd them recently. I was like, "Hey, can you send us some Voodoo dust?"
We want shirts and hats. That's what we
Yeah.
want. I can get the chips at the store practically anywhere.
Zapp's
can
send
I-
us shirts and hats. We
Can I
love your
tell you
product.
something tragic though?
What?
Uh-oh.
I tried so hard to get a fresh bag of Zapps for the show.
Yeah.
I went to Vaughn's. No Zapps. Albertsons. No Zapps. Ralph's. No Zapps.
No zaps.
John's. No Zapps. I went to fucking
When you're going to
John's.
John's, you get no zaps.
Target. No Zapps. And in all these places, I see Snyder's.
Oh, sure.
I see Rolled Gold.
Oh, yeah.
I even see a fucking owl.
Wise.
Wise.
Owl.
Owl
That's
eye.
funny. Wise doesn't really promote. You
What's
never hear
the
about Wise.
Don't need to. They're fine with what they.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing. Couldn't even find the price tag of where the Zapps would be.
Now, where did you buy your 8 bags then?
This is over time, Tim. Some of these are years old.
But
This is
what
old
year
dust.
were you going to? What store were you going to in years of yore?
Albertsons.
Okay.
My beloved Albertsons. And I thought, word got out about Zapps.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get them anymore because they're so popular. Now I'm starting to be, I'm concerned. Are they being edged out of the marketplace by the big dogs?
I wonder if there's like a bartenders association that's like edging it out because they didn't want this type of thing to happen.
They don't want that sort of competition. They're being shadow banned.
Could be.
Could be, very well be.
I couldn't even find the chips. This is how
Jeff,
bad it's gotten.
I had a bag of Zapp's Voodoo chips today.
Where? At a grocery store or at a bar?
The Zapp's factory?
Well, actually, I was at the. I just saw them at last night at Tiki No. You know that bar in the Valley?
Yeah, great.
But then I think I got these ones. I think I swiped them from work. We had a spread of Ike's sandwiches. And listen to this. I don't like. This is maybe the only food in my.
You've mentioned this.
The only food I don't like on earth. I found it. Ike's. It's a sandwich chain.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either. A chain in here in LA?
It's a San Diego-based chain, I think,
Nice.
and it's like fusion. This is what I don't like. It's like halal chicken and wasabi mayo with they're mixing stuff together.
Too much stuff.
But one of my coworkers was like, "This is really good. We should get it today for lunch." And then while she was out of the room, I tasted my sandwich. I said, "This is disgusting. I've never disliked my lunch in my life." And then she walked back in the room, and everyone was like, "Tim said it's disgusting. It's the first time he ever didn't like his lunch."
Oh no.
Anyway,
what was the thing you also didn't like was raw mushrooms, right? You kind of didn't.
Well, I
got better at it. But.
Yeah, I said that I like all food in the world, but ranked dead last is raw mushrooms.
And now after that is now.
And I still do eat. I mean, if you handed me like sub, I would wolf it.
I won't probably.
But the other day we were at. I already knew I didn't like Ike's, but we were having a work party, and it was catered by Ike's, and I was sad. But then they had a big pile of Zapps potato chips. So I filled my backpack with all different Zapps. I said, I'm going to have myself
something out of this.
I'm not taking the Ike's, but I'm taking all
I'm getting a sandwich's worth of potato chips.
You know those New York deli chips? You ever see those? They're little. They're like a purple package, and it's got like New York deli and sort of like neon.
I know New York seltzer in a little glass bottle.
It's kind of that same thing. Let me find it for you so you can see.
All right, so I was going to bring in a Bloody Mary with the Zapp's Voodoo Rim.
I think we're excited about that.
I was like, this will be great. So I can taste the Zapp's.
Oh, you were?
Because I said, what's your recipe? Jeff said he's going to use the normal IBA recipe for Bloody Mary and then just rim it with Zapp's dust. I'm like, I don't know if we can do an episode of the pod that's just a new rim on a drink we've already done.
Yeah, but you were also tuning into your little Anthony Bourdain and saying, no. There's too many good spices in New Orleans to just do a normal thing. We got to do an ode to New Orleans.
This is what happens when you go down there and walk around for 17 miles.
I said, Tim, I've never been to New Orleans. I don't give a shit. I've been to the snack aisle at the supermarket. That's where this drink comes from.
Yeah, that's where you vacation. Origin. You got to walk 17 miles in my shoes, baby. But here's where you're right. Which is rare.
Well, I'm about to pivot.
I don't think that we should be like. I was wrong if I was saying that we should bring in some other weird ass element, because I said Jeff, the Bloody Marys are big in the South. They got Cajun Bloody Marys. Yeah. So if you made like a Zapp's take on that, I get it. But I certainly don't think there should be other weird bold flavors that are going to overpower the Zapp's.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think I did a happy medium.
What if it was Zapps and Zabs, the hot honey and the dust?
Zaps and Zabs?
Yeah. What do you want to drink? Zaps and Zabs.
Give me a Zaps and Zabs.
That should be your next thing, Jeff. Find out a Zabs honey thing.
Or like a hot honey thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So here's the thing. I went looking around for...
I already told you about the hot honey espresso martini. Don't you listen to Booze News?
I do. That's what got me thinking about it.
That's what got me thinking about it.
No.
I feel a little buzzed from that rum cake.
Really?
No way.
Yeah.
We got to eat
placebo
food
effect
during the day. We can't just eat pita salads.
I ate that. I had those Zapp's potato chips.
I don't know if that's it. Doing my research, I looked for Creole Bloody Mary, Cajun Bloody Mary. NewOrleans.com gave me a recipe that was exactly the fucking same as the IBA. And I said, no, I got to dig a little deeper.
NewOrleans.com used the IBA.
I mean, well, like pretty much nothing exciting about it. No smoked paprika. No cayenne pepper. None of that shit.
Glimpse into what's being done.
But I did a little digging. TodayShow.com had a recipe. There were a bunch of craft blogs had recipes. But I just said, okay, I'm starting with a normal base. Lemon juice, tomato juice, Worcestershire. That's standard.
Classic.
But the spices, that's where I wanted to pivot. So I said to myself, no horseradish, no black pepper. Where are we getting our heat from?
From pretzels, baby.
from pretzels. No, but in the drink itself, I tried a whole bunch of seasonings. Some of them were just listed as are just Creole seasonings, like that chef guy. What's the? Oh, God. I'll tell you when we bring it over here.
Paul Prudhoe.
was like Tony
Dom DeMello?
Tony Ciccione or something like that.
Oh, the bald guy?
Yeah, the little cartoon.
What? A little cartoon.
He's a cartoon guy?
Yeah, he's a little cartoon. Anyway.
Chef Boyardee.
Who was I just saying? Dom DeMello, is he a guy? Dom DeLuise?
Dom DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise is a comedian?
I think you're picturing there is a guy. I want to say his name's Paul Prudhoe, but he looks like Dom DeLuise.
Okay, that's probably right.
Can I say the fucking recipe, please?
Please. We are late here today. We are 47 minutes in.
Looks like that's not Paul Prudhoe. I'll never find it.
This is all cuttable anyway, Tim. Don't worry about it. Here's the final recipe. I made a batch, but this is what's in each drink for people at home to follow along. 2 ounce vodka, 4 ounce tomato juice, 0.7 ounce Joie de lemon, lemon juice, 2 dash Worcestershire. Now, so far, we're in familiar territory.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff.
Here's where it gets weird.
Uh-oh.
Half teaspoon Creole seasoning.
Okay.
Now, this was like a spicy salt, but I didn't want to just dash in Creole seasoning and be like, there we go.
I know this stuff. This is like a red canister kind of, right?
Close, green.
With clear parts.
Because there's when I was hanging out with our friend Ben Axelrad recently, he had this Creole seasoning, and he was like, "This is really famous." I was like, "I've never had it before."
There's so much of this in there because I liked the taste of it. Like I did pinches to the mouth of each of these. This one tasted mostly like a Lowry's. It's like mostly salt.
Yep.
So the rest of these are peppers. 1/4 teaspoon cayenne powder. 1/4 teaspoon smoked paprika. 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder.
Oh my god!
How about that?
He was. I watched him last night in the test kitchen. It was.
So you went down on the bayou.
I went down to the bayou.
Had to.
What do we call it? Is this Dutton's Creole Bloody Mary? What is this called?
Zapp's Voodoo Bloody Mary. I don't want to take the spotlight, Tim. This is about the Zapps.
But you have innovated with your whole entire drink.
I would have put my name Hanford in big lights. A Hanford drink. All right.
But guys, what if it sucks?
That's true. Distance yourself from that
You
problem.
haven't
Very
tasted
nice.
it yet.
I have. But here we go. Off to make it.
What?
Yes.
Any garnishes?
But the garnishes are a surprise, Mike.
Strike that from the record, Milan.
No, it's fine. You want to make these?
Yeah, look, I found the guy, Mike. It's Paul Prudhomme,
Prudhomme?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Paul
That's the
Prudhomme.
guy.
I've heard of him.
This book
But around the same era as Dom DeLuise, would I have seen him in like the
they
same
look
talk
exactly
show?
the same. But this book, Chef Paul Prudhomme's Louisiana kitchen, he's standing in front of a bunch of sausages, and they look like a grass skirt.
Yeah.
Google it, folks.
He kind of looks like the chef from Ratatouille without the beard.
My brother has this book. It's great.
Damn. Well, do we go make these?
Yes, please. I can't wait.
All right, folks. You listen to the ads, and we'll be right back with more Sloppy Boys. Our bag, Zapp's Voodoo Bloody Marys in hand.
Damn, these
Jeff,
look pro, buddy.
These are the best garnished drinks we've ever had on the pod.
You think so?
I think so.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Sips first.
I'm going to take a lip of my...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, to know the taste.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, Jefferson.
That's stanky.
So I just licked the rim, and you're right. It tastes like the Voodoo, the chip dust, but then it also has the butteriness of Dutts pretzels.
I agree.
Ooh, that's good.
Now the Cajun seasoning that you used in the drink was Tony Cachere, which is a beloved Cajun seasoning. It's delicious, but if you can't find that, I think any Cajun seasoning will do.
And there are levels. There's levels of Tony Cachere. The just Creole seasoning, mostly salty. Then there's a bold one that is like more pepper, and then like a really hot one that's even more pepper.
And are those really hot ones like you could put more because there's less salt, but then it's hotter? Interesting.
Now, is Creole seasoning like a thing? Like each brand is going to have its own Creole seasoning?
Yeah, but a lot of Cajun and Creole stuff tends to be hot red, like cayenne peppers, smoked paprika, garlic. And then your herbs and stuff are like your basil and thyme, I want to say.
Ooh, it's a hottie.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a zipper. Zip, zap, zow.
Well, I was here yesterday when Jeff was doing the test kitchen. I may have snuck a sip or two on the early rounds. But I said, oh, don't you need some horseradish? And Jeff said, no. I'm not doing horseradish.
And I do see horseradish in Creole stuff, Cajun stuff, because especially they're doing oysters down there. Oh. But I was really trying to remove the normal heat from Bloody Mary and try and rely on like the cayenne.
I applaud that because I love horseradish, but in a Bloody Mary, it takes over. So this heat that I'm getting right now is cayenne.
Primarily, yes.
And the thing about cayenne is like it's not a sharp heat like a habanero or something. It's like a slow grower. It's like Nashville hot chicken is cayenne.
Really?
Yeah.
Catches
and
up
all
to you.
our beloved, Frank's Red Hot and Louisiana hot sauce and Crystal and all those.
Oh, I just looked it up. I brought the that bomb hot sauce we had to my brother and sister-in-law's house, and my sister-in-law likes hot stuff, so I would just again took like a little fork and put it to my tongue. I was like, ooh,
yeah.
She was dipping her food in it. I couldn't believe it.
That's too much.
I can't believe that.
But like I looked it up and
like I have a chemical reaction to it. It tastes like a 9-volt to me.
Yeah, I know. What was I? Oh yeah, I looked up like Tabasco is like, let's say 1,000 Scoville units, probably less, like 400. And this bomb stuff is like 160,000 Scoville units.
What the fuck?
So that's the difference there.
Wait, say the numbers again.
Tabasco is like 400 Scoville units, pretty low. And then that bomb stuff is like 160,000.
Wow. Because
it's
Tabasco to me is deceptively hot. I put a lot on it and I love it, but
I think sometimes what Jeff was saying about like the battery taste, sometimes I think like stuff that's hot that like makes my mouth like is one thing, but like sometimes I eat hot stuff. It's not, doesn't make my mouth hurt, but it's like a different flavor. It's like hot flavor.
This okra, delicious.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff, talk about the garnishes you got here.
Oh yeah,
it's ambitious.
Damn. Okay, we got a little pickled okra. You'll see.
You get a pickle. You get a pickle. I love it.
Good one, Mike.
I made the same joke yesterday.
You'll see them on in a Bloody Mary, and generally I'm like, oh, it's okra. Generally, whenever I see okra, I'm never tap dancing.
I just took a big bite of my celery, the worst thing you can eat on.
I'm the one who yells at you guys for eating, and then I give you a whole buffet of garnish. Tim, how do you feel about okra?
Okra?
Pickled okra.
I love it. Like I wasn't exposed to any okra until adulthood, and when I went down south, and they love it. They fry it. They're doing everything with it. But I think the pickled, it's an odd thing because it's a squirmy, slimy.
A lot of seeds.
It's wormy.
Yeah, it's like a pickle that resists you in a way.
I like it pickled best. I think when it's not pickled, it's a little bland.
I've had frickles, but like okra frickles, so fried okra. And those, I get like the outside casing was good, but I didn't love the okra part.
Okra ain't no jokra.
Now, Jeff, continue.
We got a little shrimp on there, a little cocktail shrimp.
That's nice.
Put a little shrimp on the bloody. I wish I had said that clear. But I won't take two. I won't take two.
And a lemon wedge.
Yep.
And a grape tomato.
Now, the lemon wedge. Do you guys usually squeeze yours in there? I usually with a garnish like this, I kind of just pick at them throughout the thing. But do you you take it in and squeeze it in?
I haven't squoze yet because this is such a zippy drink to begin with. But I'm going to squeeze and see what happens.
I feel like I just don't want to spill on Jeff's couch.
That's okay.
I already spilled on my shirt. Careful, Mike. You got all that white.
I'm glad I'm not wearing my new white sweater.
Yeah, you're wearing a white button down though.
Yeah, but this thing's on its way out. And you know how I travel.
Yeah. Okay. Mike does this thing where he will throw out clothes on the road.
Throw out clothes?
Yep.
What was that?
That was my phone.
Okay.
I was so shocked that Mike throws out clothes on the road.
What I'll do, on like a travel day, it's like I'm just gonna be on a plane. I'm gonna wear old socks and an old T-shirt that I don't want anymore. When I get to the hotel, gone.
It's just a last wear.
Last wear. I like to give my clothes a last run.
But he'll gloat. Like I'm packing up my clothes. Oh,
I can't fit my
socks.
Stuff.
These boxers back in, and he'll go, Jeffy, and he just waves his dirty socks in front of me, and then throws them in the garbage.
Gone. Now I should say I'm not being wasteful. This is stuff that's like no good for anybody anymore.
I like that the last wear. I sometimes will be like when I'm not sure. I'll find a button-down shirt in my closet that I haven't worn in 6 years. And I'm like, you know what? it's a middle of a day. I'm working from home. No one's even going to see me, but I think I'm going to put this shirt on and these like this pair of khakis and I'll tuck this shirt into these khakis and I'll just see if it grows, if I like it. And usually I don't. Usually they're tossed.
I don't think I've seen you in khakis. You should wear khakis more. They're like a light pant.
I wear white jeans a lot.
Who said khakis? Was that for
Our friend Shiner?
Shiner.
Oh.
You know what? I maxed out on the khakis in high school because I was in Catholic school and I had a dress code. Also, my style icon when I was in high school was Kramer. So I did wear a lot of kind of some corduroys and chinos.
Yeah. This is a hot drink. It's starting to make my stomach feel like you had too much hot.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, it's delicious. I'm strong, so I can deal with the heat. Mm-hmm. But I'm also
hoping it would melt.
What's that?
I was hoping it would melt. Ease into it, you know?
How much Tony Cachere did you put in there?
Quarter teaspoon.
Oh, that's not too much. Because I was just wondering if this is going to be one of these salt-sensitive nights for me where I'm up all night going.
Tim, I take it back. Half teaspoon.
That's a lot.
Too much.
That's what's getting me right now. Is this sodium? I'm enjoying the heat, and I'm what was it? And the salt is challenging to me, but I'm enjoying it. But like the thing about salt with me is like I love it. I love the taste, and I wish.
That was the only seasoning where I put it on my tongue and said, "Yum, I like this." As a right out to the can. Yeah, I was trying all the cayenne, all the paprika, just to see like what am I dealing with, what am I adding or subtracting here, and that's one where I felt like I was just eating like pork rub, just beautiful, sweet, salty pork rub.
It's a real good salt.
I gotta say, I'm a little turned off by the Zapps.
I was going to save that for later.
It's got like a stinky stank to it.
It's sweet, it's buttery, and it's simply like this zippy Creole drink you came up with for us. Absolutely didn't need like a.
It's the way in. I guess it's the way in.
I also think it's maybe gotten like a little stale or like moist or something.
It's also like on the rim. It's like getting gloppy and like melty.
It is getting gloppy. It crusted on there. Like there's like a crust on my glass.
But those mix of spices you got in there, Jeff, are good.
Yeah, that's good. Would you make any tweaks for round two? I'm not going to have another one, but I am going to tweak what I have left.
I'm still working. No, I don't think I would do it. I would probably just not do the Zapps.
Yeah,
that would be my.
I want to have like a vodka and Zapps or something just to try to see if I could taste the Zapps in my drink.
Well, there's plenty of just dust if you just want to go.
Yeah, let's do it. I might just do a vodka on the rocks with dust enough dust to taste it.
Or is there like a shot version I could do?
Dust to taste.
Oh.
Yeah, a shot with just a little pinch.
Or like a shot of vodka and a shot of dust.
Ooh, I wouldn't do it.
Or should I just put more dust in the rest of my drink and see if it dusted it up?
Well, I think you got a really strong, like a very
Zing pow.
Specific drink, a very distinct. So if you want to try I think it would screw it up if your results would be screwed up. Too many variables.
I need a control group.
Well, do we head back into the test kitchen?
Let's do it.
While they listen to the ads?
I love that.
Fools. You don't have to listen to the ads if you just would go on Patreon and become a slophead.
I know, but they don't get it. They just don't get it.
The ads are good because then you know what products to buy.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay. All right, folks. Sit tight. There'll be more sloppy boys after this. With round two of Zapp's Voodoo Bloody Marys.
Indeed. Good stuff.
What'd y'all do?
I just, I'm still working on my first one, but I squeezed my lemon in there. Pretty good.
I made myself just a vodka rocks.
The smallest tweak of the group. We'll start with you. Squeeze the lemon. Bold. Good
my garnish that's been sitting there the whole time.
I ate my okra.
I poured myself a vodka rocks, and then I put a whole bunch of Zapp's dust. Now I'm going to see if it comes through.
It's basically like adding panko to a drink, just bready.
It really is like breadcrumbs. It's like panko.
Is it thick?
Look how it collected at the bottom.
So it wasn't fully soluble.
Okay, at first it would just taste like Tito's, and now I'm having that buttery, bready aftertaste.
Look, though, you've had Zapps. Have you reached to the bottom of the bag?
Yeah.
It feels like fresh dust is maybe better than like
Aged
mostly expired dust.
Because that's how it gets chunkier.
Collected over time by a freak.
I'll say that.
Yeah, you're talking about old pretzel. That's like old dough, you know?
Well, we threw out the dough.
Yeah, the dough's gone.
Yeah, but it's in the dust, you know?
The dough is in the dust. The dough is in the dust.
You can't take the dough. You can take the dust out of the dough, but you can't take the dough out of the dust.
That's right. This is probably the appropriate time to mention this. I don't really love the Zapp's pretzels.
Now, how do you feel about Dutts pretzel sticks?
I'm sure I've had them. I don't know. Are they good?
I'm very into them.
Really?
Dutts, yeah.
I think the Zapp's pretzels.
I like Zapp's as well.
But yeah, I think Zapp's just like absolutely crushes them. Maybe like I haven't
Well,
had.
I just think that, you know, they're standing on the shoulders of Dutts. Dutts invented that stick, and then Zapp's put their dust on there.
Okay, sure, but like
But Dot ran so Zapp could run.
I think I haven't had honey mustard. No, we did have honey mustard.
Yeah.
We had it here. We had it together. So I think I'm just missing out on my Dot's dust. I haven't found my
dust.
Everyone
Dust.
has their own dust that's their thing.
Dutton dust.
Dutton dust.
You need to come up with Dutton dust.
They also have a Southwest, do they not?
Jeff, get the Dot's cheese curls with the pretzel dust on them. It's a lot of taste. It's a lot of taste.
There's a lot of pretzels and flavors and chips and things out there, aren't there?
Yeah. I was going to say, what I don't really care for is the pretzel dust, Tim. But then again, the Zapp's Voodoo pretzel sticks taste different than the Zapp's Voodoo chips. So maybe there's something that gets lost or added depending on what it's on.
Yeah.
So on a cheese curl, maybe it's the best.
I wonder if anyone's ever did a crushed up cheese ball rim or a crushed up potato chip rim.
Potato chip. And for a drink. Oh, interesting.
For sure.
Because crushed up potato chips get used in cooking a lot, and I feel like the Cheetos you don't see, that would be good.
I've seen like the breaded chicken, but breaded with
Hot Cheeto
chips.
I've done Doritos. I've like deep fried chicken with Dorito.
Yeah.
And that was really good. But
deep fry with Dorito, like the Dorito.
I smashed up Cool Ranch Doritos and made chicken tenders and deep fried. It was delicious. Chicken Dorito, I called it.
That's good.
I made this when I was like a teenager at home. But Cheeto sometimes on like a hot dog, a fully loaded hot dog at Dodger Stadium or something, you'll get like the Cheeto, Flamin' Hot Cheeto.
Just put it on there.
Like it's on there, yeah. Or like elote, like street corn that's been rolled in Flaming Hot Cheeto.
I love every Cheeto except for one.
I think I know the one.
You know the one?
No,
Mike?
what is it?
That Cheeto.
Man.
That Cheeto man.
That Cheeto man.
That we
That's
all
right.
had to deal with all those times.
Right. If we don't get our act together, we'll be dealing with them again.
Cheeto man number 2.
But the thing about us is we love Joe Biden.
Yep. Everything that man does.
We are back to brunch thanks to Joe Biden.
That's this time he's campaigning on that platform. Back
He's
to
like, hey,
brunch.
don't forget who told you who got you back to brunch. People are doing can you do a Biden impression?
Oh, hey, Jack.
Sure you can, Jack.
Look here, Jack.
You shut your mouth.
No more malarkey.
And let me smell your scalp, little girl.
That's the...
My final thought is it's great, but the Zapp's Voodoo is not working out
Time
for
to
me.
go. It's an or again for me. No Zaps. Jeff, now I think you have the opportunity to name it what you want. Because that is all in there in the cup. That's Jeff
How
Dutton.
about Chef Jeff's Creole Bloody Mary?
Ooh. That's good. Chef Jeff's Creole. And you can do Chef Jeff whatever.
Yeah, a whole line of stuff. Chef Jeff this, Chef Jeff that.
Yeah.
Things are going to be different from now on.
There's a line of like alcoholic drinks, mixed drinks called Chef Jeff. It's like, no food. Should it be Bartender Jeff?
No.
No, it doesn't rhyme.
Well, you know, everybody says like, yes, chef and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
yes,
like
Jeff.
to hear it as like, yes, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
But Chef Jeff is,
Chef Jeff. Yes, Chef Jeff.
yes, Chef Jeff.
Creole concoction.
I say this Creole martini, Bloody Mary is delicious, and I would order that again. But yeah, I got to ding you for the drink being just inherently flawed. The titular ingredient, the main thing I'm supposed to be paying attention to is the dust.
Yeah.
It is not only is the worst part of the drink, but it's almost like not part of it. It's like there's just weird breadcrumbs I was avoiding.
There's a name for this. There's like a screenwriting name for this, where like the inspiration of an idea that like sets you out on this thing, and then when the idea is done, you can kind of like jettison the original idea.
Dissolvable premise or something.
Ooh, that might be it.
Dissolvable powder.
I had one time when I joined the WGA, I had like a mentor night where I went out to dinner. Some like 5 new writers went out to dinner with Mike Schur.
I did that too, but with a different guy.
Yeah, they have this like mentor program. But so I was eating dinner.
I did that too, but they paired us up with Mr. T.
And he pities the fool, right?
I was like, what do you, wait, hold on. I was like, you pity fools.
I mean, he has such empathy.
Yeah.
The WGA did this?
I don't know why.
Remember, I had that
and he
dream
put me through the table by the end of the meal. Fucking pile drive
put me through the table. Mr. T, no.
You were at dinner with Schur.
Yeah, but also I had a dream that Mr. T was in recently. Remember, I saw him at a party, and it was like modern day Mr. T. Anyway, I'm at dinner with Mike Schur, and we're asking him kind of like, we're rookie writers asking him questions and stuff. And then kind of one idea we got to, he said a lot of times, he created Parks and Rec and I guess a billion other shows,
Parks
Good Place and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, yes, thank you.
That's a big boy.
He said that lots of times, you gotta kill your darlings, as they say, and a lot of times he'd have a script that has like his favorite scene. Funniest scene was the scene that was the impetus to write the episode. A lot of times would get cut, and then he said he even got to the point where like that's how he knew an episode was done, like when his like favorite scene was gone, or like the scene that was like, we should do an episode about this because we do this, and it's like once that scene has been cut out,
it's cut it down, and then you see the timer 22:30.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
There's another term I've heard called a bay leaf. Have you heard of this?
I know the cooking term. You put
Sounds like something
leaf.
Chef Jeff would say.
It does. The Creole Chef Jeff. This is a note that I've heard that in writer's terms, if you get a bad note from like an executive, or they're just like, explain why whatever Doc goes back in time or something like that, they'll put in a stupid line just to get all the dummies on board with the intention of taking it out. Not unlike a bay leaf.
It's a sauce.
It's a line in there that is for the process, not intended for final.
So bay leaves are usually taken out of a sauce or something?
Not intended for final presentation.
Well, I love that because I do hate like on the note. That's the thing that makes me not like movies most of the time is like when the characters are talking too much about what they want to accomplish. And I'm like, well, there's that thing you're going to do later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one last one. A purple dog. Have you heard of this?
No.
I thought this was a Bob and David thing.
I've heard Shaggy Dog's story, but I don't know.
Yeah, this is a little different. This dog is so streamlined. He's not shaggy at all. He's purple. This is when you intentionally, as a writer, put something incorrect or weird in your script so that the notes kind of go to it.
Oh, interesting.
Instead of the stuff that you want to keep. You put in an obviously correctable thing so that the exec can go, wait a minute, on page 12, the dog is purple. And you go, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the dog shouldn't be purple. So that's like a trick.
Right. I meant to just say dog. Instead I said purple dog.
I've heard this with network
like
shows.
Give them something to say.
Give them a word. If you want to
note.
use a swear word, put a worse swear word in so they cut that one and let you have the...
Like if you want to say peenie, say cock.
Okay.
If you want to say peenie.
If you want to say peenie, say cock.
If you want a PC, I can't say.
If you want to say peenie, you got to first say cock.
Good point. Very good point. One of you guys said something the other day. It was like another screenwriting thing. Like, oh, that's a bit. I forget what it was.
Oh, yeah. And then you asked me if it was like a MacGuffin, and I said, kind of.
Red herring?
No, it was like a weird word I've never heard before. It was like Ding Demangoo.
Oh, Ring Dong Ding
Ring Dong Ding.
No, it was it Bill Dungsriman?
Yep, that's right.
Yes.
Ring Dong Deringo.
That's our show. Follow us on social media at The Sloppy Boys, where we release these recipes ahead of time. And if you can't get enough boys, we mentioned it. It's patreon.com/The Sloppy Boys. That's where you unlock double the pleasure every week. The Sloppy Boys blowout. And not to mention, questions for Lennon. Mike, who we got coming up?
We got, this month, Alana Johnson.
The knife.
At the knife. She's great. Very funny. Listen to that. And next month, I'm working on a fun guest.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's somebody I've had on before.
Folks, check our socials and see if you can come on out and see us IRL in real life on the road. OTR.
These are gonna be fun shows with some of them showing a movie. That's the
New York, Rhode Island, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. Be there.
Some of the first.
Hey, dinner and a movie, not so bad.
Hey, that'd be nice.
You make dinner.
Bill Dungsriman.
That's all for me. Bill Dungsriman.
Bill Ding Dang Dungsriman.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Oh!